Hey, welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. So if you saw episode 2, then you'll know that what I just turned in, we were nowhere near. And the reason for that is because I have lost a bunch of stuff that I have recorded because I had some videos spread out between my computer and my laptop, and then I had some problems where I got a new microphone, and so then the audio quality on this is a little bit better, but I'm still trying to figure out how to really use it. But anyway, instead of trying to piece all that stuff together, I thought that it would be a lot easier on everybody if I just skip to this point and we get very religious about our updates from here on. So, without any further ado, if you enjoyed this video, then please like it, subscribe for more, because I'm planning on coming out with one Satisfactory video a week and maybe one Warzone video a week if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not sure yet, but this episode is going to be all about trying to get a storage system created, a central storage. We're going to start modular frame automation and encased iron beam production. Episode 2 was all about having unlimited power, but it was far from unlimited, and we have almost reached our maximum capacity with that little plant. And actually, one of the other things that you guys have missed out on was me starting this other coal power plant. So in order for me to do what I want to do, I'm first going to have to upgrade this. So I just figured I'd put a little time lapse in of expanding the power plant. But what I do not show is I mirrored everything that you see here. I mirrored it on the other side. So I actually am going to have twice as much power as what we have here. But yeah, that's part of the lost footage problem I had talked about at the very beginning of this. I'm going to take a minute real quick and say that everything that I do on Satisfactory, almost everything, I live stream on my Twitch. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go follow me over there. Then that way you can complain about the way I clip through things like this, because I think it looks a lot cleaner. Well, now we're halfway done with this power plant, and I'm not gonna include the other half, but just know it is there and it looks exactly the same as this one. So now I think I'm going to start working on the second floor of the factory. While I was down there at the power plant, you might have saw it pop up that I had a research completed, and that was a hard drive I had found. And this is me talking from the future. I think I should have went with the heavy frames instead of the computer. But anyway, here's the pipeline. This is going to be used for a pure iron ingot recipe, and this is very quick and dirty, just like everything else. But I am planning on coming back in the future and redoing all of this. But anyway, here we are laying down some refineries for those pure iron ingots. And this is going to be for the modular frames, once I can figure out how I want to get this all arranged. There we go. We are now making iron ingots with that pure recipe. So over here we have, this is what we have making copper ingots, or yeah, this is where our copper and iron both, I had originally planned on bringing them in, but now we are going to be moving a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to be bringing the iron over here, and this is all going to have to be reworked. So yeah, I'm just going to start deleting this. Okay, I've got everything moved now, and I've got everything turned on, but I don't have the frames being built yet. So just to keep everything running and to get some tickets, I have the wire and the ingots being all sunk into that awesome sink. And over here, this is where we are going to be making the reinforced iron plate. I have an alternate recipe for this that uses wire, and so anything that cuts screws out is good to me. I may sign. Alright, I'm going to take a break from those modular frames for a minute. The first floor is going to be the central storage, and so now I'm going to go through and clear out all this temporary stuff and start putting some storage containers down. So for the central storage, I'm just going to put a bunch of these conveyor walls behind a bunch of containers, and then I'm going to pipe everything down and leave all my overflows up on the other floors, and this is where they're all going to end up at. And then to help me be able to find everything a lot easier, I'm just going to go through and make a bunch of storage containers, make a bunch of these signs, and I'm going to put the little images on there for what they have in them. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these floor holes down and drop some lifts off of them, and then this is going to make the first floor neat, and the second floor is going to have all of the spaghetti mess for the overflows in them. I'm sure I'm not the first one to do this, but this is what I've come up with. I've got 2 industrial storage containers stacked on top of each other, and all the items are going to go into the top, and then they are going to transfer down to the bottom one. So you could really stack these as high as you wanted, and then it's going to save a lot of space and give you a lot of room. But I'm just going through here now and trying to move these containers I have down on the first floor to make some room for the items that I'm going to be producing up above. So I had the constructors making the wire laid down on this back wall here, but whenever I went through and put all these floor holes in, I had to move these constructors up. So I just stacked them on top of each other, and now I need to redo all the belts going to the assemblers to fix this. I also realized that I don't have anything making wire and cable and all that stuff, so I'm going to take the overflow, because I'm making more wire than what I need now. So I'm going to take the overflow and run it into a constructor to make cable, and I'm also going to put a splitter down, so then that way some of it's going to go towards cable and some is going to go towards wire. And it's not going to be a lot of either one, but it is going to be, a little bit. And once I have my storage full, then I'm really not going to be needing much of it at all. So I figure that this is going to be enough. It's going to be enough for a long time, I'm sure. This is another thing that I've learned since this video. You don't have to attach these lifts to a conveyor belt going the right way. I did not know that. I had a hell of a time trying to figure out how to get this conveyor belt on there the right way, this lift. And you can just hit R and it reverses it. And at the time of making this, I did not know that. So the second floor is getting full and I'm running out of room. I need more room for the encased beams. So here we are building a third floor for that. So the third floor is going to be for the encased beams, which means that I'm going to need concrete. And I do have an alternate recipe for concrete. It's the fine concrete recipe. So that's what these assemblers here are going to be used for. Now I just need to get quartz up here. And then these assemblers here are going to be where the encased iron beams actually come out. So I'm going to start here, and I have concrete. I'm going to start here and start working my way back. But I didn't know if everybody knew how to do this or not. But this is how I've been doing a lot of the building here. I've just been, if you put a conveyor lift down and don't raise it any, then it's exactly the same height as 3 splitters. So you can stack 3 on top of each other, delete the bottom 2, and it's perfectly level. So we've got all the machines piped up. Now the only thing that we need to do is supply everything with resources. So I do have plenty of limestone around. There is one quartz node that's fairly close to me, but the only thing that's left for this is going to be to get the resources hooked up and then get the finished product piped down, and then we will have the entire automation done. But that's going to do it for this video, so if you enjoyed it, then please leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to see part 4 where we actually get to finish it. Anyway, take care guys. We'll see you in the next one.